What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simple Sports Hub, man, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football. Hey, man, this is the hush hush, quiet, not official, but official day two of free agency, man, where you can make verbal agreements, but you cannot sign on that dotted line until tomorrow. So I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but I wanted to do a little recap of the first 2 days of verbal agreements of free agency. With all that willing and dealing back at the NFL draft combine, where all the agents, the general managers, the owners was sitting in there, and they was in that them back conference rooms, or they was up in the hotel suites, and they was working deals, trying to finesse, you know what I'm saying, players over to their team. This is the moment, man. This is what we got here now. As we seen yesterday, man, a lot of people went off the board. A lot of free agents signed with new teams. A lot of free agents signed back with their old teams. Our Commanders got back a lot of guys. So look, with that being said, man, before we get into discussing the players, the big name trade, I want y'all to make sure y'all do one thing, man. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. We are still trying to grind to 500 followers. Um, right now we are currently, I believe, at 84. So we are making good progress. Consistency will guarantee and bring in more viewership. So the more I give y'all content, the more I keep y'all updated on what's going on in the Commanders fan base and the organization. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody that done hit the subscribe button so far. But man, make sure y'all drop a like, click that like button. Go ahead, click that little like button too, man. Run the video up, man. We try and get as many likes as well. I'm not gonna say what I've been averaging, but yeah, we try and run these likes up, man. Also, drop a comment, man. Tell me how you feel about the first 2 days of verbal free agency, where you can only make verbal deals. And look, be understood, just because you hear some Bama's that's going to sign to such and such team, it ain't official until you put that pen or pen. That I was about to say pencil. I was about to try to make up a bar, but I ain't gonna make up a bar right now. Until you put that pen to paper and you sign your you know what I'm saying, you sign that name on the dotted line, man. I'm still gonna be trying to stay up to date. So as my phone go off, if I see me check it. My bad, but it ain't my bad, because guess what? I'm locked in. I'm trying to make sure that to see who else we might bring onto the team, man. So without further ado, let's get into the first 2 days of verbal free agency. I'm gonna keep saying verbal because guess what, man? It ain't official until tomorrow. But hey, we're gonna start at the top of the list. As y'all see, man, yesterday we I think the fan base was totally shocked at this trade. I don't think nobody seen it coming. As free as the verbal free agency started, we didn't see too many big names from the Commanders being signed or re-signed. There was a couple of guys, and we're gonna go over it. I think we got John Bates back right before everything kicked off. Um, I think we got Tress Way back right before everything kicked off. Kicked off. I said clicked. Good lord, kicked off. And then once it started, the one big name that we saw was Javon Kinlaw, inside defensive lineman from the New York Jets. Previously played with Adam Peters and San Francisco, and you already know the connection there. I don't know how to feel about that connection stuff with front office and then old players. It just seems like you're trying to bring in guys that previously competed and maybe had some success. And I'm not saying that they're overlooking outside guys as we see, but we're gonna get into the first name on the. We're gonna get into the first name on the list. We're gonna get into the first name. I don't want to get too far off topic. We're gonna talk about Ken Law in a second. But as the free agency went on, man, it kind of dwindled down. It like kind of fizzled out for us. And I'm saying for the Commanders, it kind of fizzled out. It was like, oh my God, it was just so much talking about Kinlaw. I'm gonna start with Kinlaw. Yep, I'm gonna start with Kinlaw because the fan base was up and raw. The fan base was calling for AP head. Like, that's what we only doing. That's what we got. That's all we got. All we got is signing a vet like Kinlaw to the squad. Like, that's all we got, y'all. That's all y'all got to show us right now. 20 what is he? 28? What 2 years younger than Jonathan Allen. 6'5", 320, interior D line, which is what we needed. We just released our one of our best D linemen that was on our team, even though the numbers didn't dictate it, right? But then it was like uproar, like you saw a whole bunch, and this is about the Commanders fan base, which I particularly have an issue with, but I understand, man. You got two sides of the fan bases. You got the fan base that's has a realistic mindset when it comes to this good old football team, and have a just an okay understanding about trusting the process and seeing how we go about bringing guys in. And it was like, man, where's this person at? Where's that person at? Why we ain't sign this person? Why we ain't sign that person? It's like, god damn. In AP we trust, man. Y'all was not complain. Well, y'all did complain last off season when we was signing guys like Frankie Louvu, Jeremy Chin. What? Why we getting him? Who is this person? So again, I understand it. I expected that side of the fan base to be acting in uproar for no goddamn reason. It was like, man, just sit back and chill. Like, just chill out. Just to lay a little bit, man. Like, let AP cook. Let AP cook. Yes, we got a lot of money. Yes, we could have went after some of these big names, but that's not how AP wants to build this team, man. He wants to be methodical. He wants to be precise, and he don't want to go just after big name guys that just hit the free agency market. I'm partially one of those fans because there was some guys that I was like, damn, I like wanted him to be on the mob. But look, it started off with Kinlaw. Right? And then it got quiet. And then boom, it was like a bomb just fell out the sky and dropped. And I shout out to my man Josh Taylor, man. I was tuned into his live as he was doing the live and reactment of guys signing the teams and all that kind of stuff. I was on his channel and he was just like, "Yep, well, it's kind of fizzling out." And then it was like, boom. He's like, "Whoa, wait a minute, hold up, we got a big trade alert. I'm like, who? He said the Commanders have just traded for Laremy Tunsil. I'm like, hold the fuck up. We just traded for Laremy Tunsil? And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I first immediately thought about, and if you watch football, if you watch the game, if you kind of watch other teams, you kind of watch other players Sunday to Sunday, you don't just watch the Commanders, and you a fan of football and you just like watching football, you gonna look back at CJ Stroud. Now, again, I'm not putting this on Laremy Tunsil or any of the old line. Again, I don't know. I can't point to why he had so many sacks. But I want to go look at CJ Stroud's sack numbers, and I'm like, damn, do we want him? Like, but then I went to go to PFF. I went to go check in on, your boy. I want to go check in on Laremy Tunsil's grades and all that. And it was good. He had a good season. He only allowed like 3 sacks. That's a, top 5, top 3, tackle type of football right there. You know what I'm saying? So I can't knock that. But we ended up trading for Laremy Tunsil, man. We ended up giving up our 2025 third round, our 2026, I believe, our 2025 6th round pick, and we ended up giving up next year's 2026 second round and 4th round pick, and we got back, Laremy Tunsil, and we got their 4th for the 2025 NFL draft this year. So I know the compensation. Oh, I think it was the 7th. I think when it got updated, it was a 7th round pick. And a lot of people was even mad at that. Oh, why we give up so much capital for next year? And it's like, what do y'all want? Like, what do y'all want from this team? This team was just in the NFC Championship. It cannot be. Y'all want them to make big name moves, big name plays, but then y'all questioning. Y'all got all this to say about the big name play, the big name move. But this is like, come on, man. Like, why must y'all do this to us every single offseason? But you gotta tune those type of fans out, man. Or you just gotta laugh at them and you just gotta roll with it. Cause that's how our fan base is, man. We two sides. We got two sides of the aisle, man. You got the Bammers that think straight, that got a sensible mind of football. And a lot of them are content creators. So shout out to those guys. And then you got your fans that just want, tweet out. And then also Twitter was down yesterday. I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on, man? I'm trying to stay up to date. Josh Taylor, he kirking on. Everybody trying, find Elon Musk and find out where he live at and say, hey, what's going on? How the hell you get a cyber attack on NFL Day? This is a major key NFL, fan base day, man. We want to see what our teams are about to do with players. We're trying to see who we going to sign, who we going to bring in. And y'all want to motherfucking have a cyber attack. I'm going to do the air quotes on that one. Y'all had a cyber attack on that day. what was really going on that good old social media platform, Twitter. I mean X. I tweeted out on. I was also watching Rio Robinson live, man. Shout out to my guy Rio. Shout out to Josh Taylor, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all the kind of the guys that kind of made me want to get into content creating and to talk, my shit about the Commanders, my favorite team, my diehard team, my thoughts. Just a little bit of football knowledge that I got. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to those guys, and they was like, man, god damn. I said, man, we might have to start calling this shit really X. I got to start calling this shit X. I don't know how many times Twitter had a major cyber attack and that shit went down on a major moment. Right? But anywho, man, let's get back to it. The trade went down, man. We ended up trading for Laremy Tunsil. I don't think we gave up too much draft capital because if you really think about it, if this team is as successful as it was this past season, that second round pick is an early third, a late second, early third pick. Are you really missing that pick for a top 3, maybe number 1, left tackle in the league? I mean, it's debatable. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's other left tackles that you might throw out there. But he's definitely top 5, and you might sneak him into that top 3 category, right? I like that move simply because of what he can do and what that allows us to do from a movement and what our offensive line. Sam Cosmi is out. So now, if you truly know last year draft, when we drafted Brandon Coleman, who played phenomenal as a rookie. As a rookie, Brandon Coleman did not play bad as a left tackle. He did not play bad. Did he have moments? Yes. But this is where I say put your football hat on and actually think about the game of football. What he did, those mistakes that he had, you charge it up to him being a rookie. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have penalties. You're going to have multiple penalties in the game, but it wasn't a lot of it. And he did good from a pass block perspective. I know everybody going to say, yeah, but he didn't do good against the Eagles in the NFC Championship. Yeah, he got ate up. But it's no diddy. But look, he had an overall good rookie season. Everybody was talking about, hey, man, how often do you find your franchise quarterback and your franchise left tackle? I said it. I was one to say it. To hit on a franchise quarterback and a franchise left tackle in the same draft, and that's not to say that he still can't, potentially move back out the left tackle. But right now, I think when you get a guy like Laremy Tunsil to play left side, he's going to protect Jayden Daniels' blind side, and he was the best at his pass block. And so that allows, Jayden Daniels to going into his second year to feel more comfortable stepping up into that pocket instead of trying to, shoot outside the pocket or break through he's going to stand. He feel comfortable enough to stand tall. So what did that mean about Brandon Coleman? I know everybody done kind of been speculating. Oh, we're going to move him to right tackle and move Andrew Wiley into guard. I don't see him going to go play right tackle. It's just as treacherous out there because guess what? If you was getting cooked on the left side, guess what? They just gonna send that motherfucker that was cooking you on the left side and switch his ass over to the right side. I done seen the best do it. Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt. I done seen Micah Parsons. If they know that you sweetie pie, they gonna send that motherfucking pressure over to where it's at. So I think for Brandon Coleman, where his true success is going to be, and a shout out to again Rio. He kind of said it during draft day last year when we drafted Brandon Coleman. He sees him as a natural guard. And I'm gonna be honest with you, his body frame does come off the ball as he's more suitable as a guard. He's more suited. He's still agile. He can still move. He's going to be good at pulling, which I hope we do a lot more. He's going to be good at running toss plays and leaking out. But I think he's going to be more suited because guess what? When you playing on that interior line, it ain't a lot that you can do from outside when you're going up against a speed rusher from the outside. And he did struggle against speed rushers. We know that. We ain't going to sit here and sugarcoat it as a fan base. He got Nolan Smith Jack got at him. You know what I'm saying? And again, it happens, right? He still had a phenomenal rookie year, if you ask me. But moving him into, in my opinion, I'm moving him into guard. Now right guard, left guard, that depends on what he feels more comfortable at. I think back at TCU he played more of a give me 1 second. Okay, Russ is still his second option. But they still trying to get, I'm sorry, this ain't about them, but my bad. I was just reading, my bad. I shouldn't even have said that. But look, I think he's more suitable and he's played more snaps at left guard. Coming back from him being at TCU. So I think he's more suitable at left guard. Now, what does that mean for Allegretti? I'm sorry. I'm I'm still under the pressure, and we're gonna talk about this for a quick second. Right now, I'm looking at Mekhi Becton, that played for the Eagles and played right guard. I'm just calling it. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. I'm saying this is what I would like to see. This is what I would like to see. Yes, he's going to command the top dollar, but I'm just saying that's just like my oh shit. If we can get because we don't know if Cosme is going to play this year, next year. We don't know what his time. It's no need to rush him. That's all I'm saying. So if you can go give me a guy like Mekhi Becton, put Brandon Coleman at a left guard, let Allegretti be a backup, I'm happy with it. Keep Wiley. I know a lot of people's not fond of Wiley, but Wiley did not have a bad season. It wasn't bad. If you watch the game of football, he did not have a bad season. Now it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad, man. It just wasn't bad. So, and some people may say it was a good to great season, depending on how you look at it. I'm just saying it wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was great. I'm not saying it was good. But I just know looking at him and from some of those pressures, some of those screens that we ran, some of those run block that he had, he did good. Now he looked way better than his first year with us for sure. I know Sam Howell still seeing ghosts. But I'm not mad at that. I'm still looking. You still look at it. If you want to bring in a guy like Brandon Sheriff, do you bring him back in to kind of stay at right guard until Cosme come back, and then you make decisions. And then you make decisions. Do you go draft it? Do you sign him to a 1-year deal? Brandon Sheriff to a 1-year deal. It's multiple moves. But Laremy Tunsil was a great trade. That helps out our offensive line so much. We already know about Deebo Samuels. Deebo Samuel, we traded for him right before the free agency kicked off. Gave up a 4th-round pick. Jonathan Allen, shout out to Jonathan Allen, man. I just want to give you a round of applause, man. I just want to give you your flowers. Appreciate everything you brought to the organization and to the team. We don't take it for granted at all. I appreciate everything you did for us and sticking with us, even though we was hot garbage. But I appreciate you, my guy. I truly do. I truly do. I truly do. I truly do. But he ended up signing a deal with the Minnesota Vikings. I believe it was like a 3-year deal, $60 million type of contract. Don't quote me on it, right? Javon Kinlaw, we already talked about. That was our first signing. And then we got Bobby Wagner back. Marcus Mariota is still out there. This is where things started to get a little. I'm not gonna go over every single one. I'm not gonna go over every single person. I'm just gonna name it and be like, all right, this is some of the losses we had. Jonathan Allen, we lost to the Vikings. Jeremy Chin, I kind of wanted to see us bring him back, but then I'm not going to be honest. I'm not going to lie. Hufanga was a guy that I wouldn't have mind bringing in. He's that violent type of guy. Javon Holland. God damn, I thought we was going. That was going to be a guy that we was going, and we were going to spend a little bit of money in free agency. That was going to be the guy that we spent the money on. But he ended up going to the Giants. Fuck him. You chose the ops. Fuck you. But I wish you nothing but the best. And your season with the New York Giants. Don't wish no ill will towards you. We end up also losing Cornelius Lucas, man, a veteran backup for our offensive line. Shout out to you, Cornelius, man. Hope you do well out there in Cleveland. It's looking bad, but I hope you, I hope you do well out there. Wish we could have kept you, but it's all good. De'Ami Brown. I know a lot of people talked about we still needed to fill out our wide receiver room. Do we bring back De'Ami? Do we bring back Zacchaeus? Do we go sign to Stephon Diggs? Some of these other names that's on the board or was on the board. He's now with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, you deserve your money. You deserve your shot and your chance to be a number 2 or a number 1 out there. I don't know who their receivers are. They got Brian Thomas. So you're going to be a number 2. A number 2, number 3 type of guy. Hopefully you continue to flourish with Lord Sunshine, Lawrence. We also got Zane Gonzalez back. I think we already kind of know that. Chris Rodriguez, we extended. Who else? Zach Ertz, of course, you already know that. And that's it right now. Now, one of the other big signings that I did see earlier today was, give me 1 second. I know this is going to pop up. But Will Harris from New Orleans Saints. I think he was drafted by the Detroit Lions. We ended up signing him to a 1-year deal. And I'm just going to be honest with you. Just off the two little highlights that I seen him, take motherfucking one of the receivers from the Dallas Cowboys head off, and a hit that he landed on Alligator from I don't know if I said Alligator, whatever his name is, from the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, he's that model type of guy that Dan Quinn and our defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr. speaks about, arriving violently. And those two hits right there, I was like, man, what the fuck is Will Harris at for? I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga? And then I'm like, oh shit, my bad. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you got it, big dog. You got it, big dog. Yeah. You about that for sure. You about that for sure. So I take that back. Those are our signings so far, man. That's all we brought in, and that's it for our free agency in day 2. And it's not over yet. It was another guy in safety, Justin Reed, Morig from the Raiders. I really wanted us to. I think we still might got a chance to get Justin Reed, or we might be drafting somebody. I don't know at this point. It's kind of hard to gauge for sure. I'm just going to continue to ride with the team, and whoever they choose to bring in, I'm going to rock with them, and we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes. I'm going to bring up this tracker real quick. Yeah, I think this kind of talks about the money, but real quick. But if I'm going to bring it up, no. Yeah, it only talked about Will Harris. Will Harris. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we ain't gotta worry about that. I ain't even gonna bring that up right there. That's all good. But yeah, big trade. Tell me how y'all feel again, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all drop a comment, man. How y'all feel about day 2? How do y'all feel about us going into tomorrow? And don't forget, there's still some chances AP could be on that call, on that phone with some of these, some of these good old what do you call, who are these people to him? I can't keep forgetting their name. These people Lord, I can't think of their names. Whatever. He's still trying to will and deal. Don't be surprised if he don't hit up some people's lines and try to, convince them to swing back over and maybe potentially joining up Washington Commanders. I can't think of their names right now. I got a lot on my mind, y'all. Don't worry about it. But yeah, man, tell me how y'all feel, man. Drop a comment. How do y'all think we done so far? What grade would you give us? Right now, day 2, if I had to give us a grade, I had to give us a grade of a B-, B+. I'm gonna give us a B+, a fair B+, because at the end of the day, yes, it's not the most sexy picks. It's not the most. The trade was damn sure a bombshell. Nobody really seen that coming. Nobody seen that trade coming, and I'm happy that we made it. I'm happy we actually boosted up our offensive line. That helps us out a lot. That's going to help out JD Fad to feel a little bit more comfortable back there in that pocket as he goes into his sophomore season. But this is not it. This is just day 2, fellas. This is day 2, guys and ladies and gentlemen and fans. So tell me who else y'all think we should continue to look after. If I had to be honest, Azeez Ojulari, I know Jonathan Taylor. I wrote on his live yesterday. I was like, man, you don't like Azeez? He's like, he's not a big fan of him. I'm a big fan of him because I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. And I think he can do well against the run, and I think he can be a good situational guy. We still need a pass rusher. We missed out. Myles Garrett was all talk, but sign that check for that money on. Get your money on, baby. I ain't mad at you. Highest paid player outside of a QB. Then we saw Max Crosby get re-signed. I knew we didn't have a chance at him. Guys are still talking about Trey Hendrickson. I just don't see us making that trade now that we done gave up so much draft capital to get Laremy Tunsil. So that's telling me that they either are looking at a guy in the first round, potential trade back to get more picks for this year. Unless it's a guy that just falls and they're like, oh shit, we got to get him. And then you go willing and dealing from that, right? But again, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I am excited going into day 2. And there's still some deals that's going to be made. So whatever deals we make after this video is posted, I'll do another recap tomorrow because that's when the pen goes to paper. And I'll do another video just locking in who we officially got. And that's not going to be the end of it. It's going to be moves made constantly all the way up to draft day and even during the draft. So guys are going to sign. You got a lot of vet guys that just probably sitting around waiting to see and calling around agents. That's the word, agents. He's probably still on the phone calling people agents. Damn, that's crazy how that word, how did this came to me as I'm about to end the video. But yeah, man, it's still, you got a lot of vets out there that's still looking at, best scheme fit. Do they truly fit? And whatever team they're going to end up joining. Justin Reed, man, go. I hope we go and get him, man. He's that. I know there's a lot of people saying that he missed a lot of tackles in the Super Bowl, but the dude still plays good football, man. I'm just be honest with you. So again, that's another safety that we might be looking to bring in. Cornerbacks. Oh, we lost Travarius Ward. Went. I thought he was a shoo-in. We talk about AP connected guys. I thought he was a shoo-in to come on over, and we could have moved Mike Sanders still back into the slot. We wasn't able to get him. It all. Brian Murphy signed back with the mob. Respect, got your money. Wish y'all nothing but the best. Where did Tre'Davious Ward go? He went to the Colts, right? Yeah, he went to the Colts. And my best friend's a Colts fan. Fuck him. But anywho, I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. I definitely gonna do a recap of 3 and 4, day 3 and 4, probably all the way into the weekend. And then it's gonna be mock draft. That's gonna be the next video for y'all, man. I'm gonna drop my first ever mock draft. I'm still trying to finesse how I'm gonna do it. What's the best site to go with? If y'all even got a good site to do a mock draft off, drop it in the comment and let me know, man. Until then, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Hey, raise hell. Y'all be easy.